Alright guys, I am delivering some water to some sheep way up there. So you know what that means. I've got time to talk again. And we're going to be talking about none other than Henry Brueggemann. Why? Because I think he's pretty darn fascinating, and it's kind of the point where the Brugge clan is in Iowa. And I love it. So shout out to Helen Kelly for writing this letter, because otherwise I don't know where I would have gotten some of this information. The first time that our family would have been farming, period, I think, but in Iowa at the least, was when Tony, right here, went to Remsen, Iowa, right there, and just decided to try it out. So at the time then, Henry's family would have been living in Chicago, and then Henry and his brother Tony then were scientifically gardening, whatever that means. So apparently this scientific gardening was pretty terrible work, so Henry's brother Tony decided to pack it up. He got a job in Remsen, Iowa, working on a farm, and he loved it. Then the letter states that Henry came down to see what Iowa farming was all about, bought 160 acres, and moved in the spring of 1890. Which I think is hilarious because, like, how bad was scientific gardening to make farming in 1890 look super attractive? This guy saw people stacking hay, and just stacking hay by hand and said, yeah, I think I could do that. It's better than gardening anyway. Like, for real though, the gasoline-powered tractor wasn't even invented at the time. They had some steam stuff back then. I kind of doubt that Henry had that, but everything was done by horses and by people. And for a second I thought, well, maybe it's the free seed corn hats and the free sack lunch you get from CFE at harvest time. But I don't really think they had that back then either. Anyway, I don't know why Henry decided to be a farmer, come down to start farming, but he made a pretty dang good one. He's pretty successful, all things considered, back then. I think part of the reason for that is he grew up in Chicago. He saw the meatpacking plant. He saw the biggest meatpacking plant at the time ever. Legendary place, and he saw that firsthand. That's pretty cool. He knew what he could do with livestock, and he knew where it was going. He also was a gardener, so he knew how to do plants. And he was good at it, too, because he had his own business before he came down. If anybody has any great ideas of why he decided to come down and farm, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to talk about it. Let me know. See y'all.